Good morning. Let's see. So this is the home edition because it's cold out there. And I am not going out in it. So we are kind of working on the video here, getting it just right. Let's see. All right. Okay, let's see. I think that might be good. And we've got our block there. Okay, good morning, everyone. So there may be family popping in and popping out. That's okay. Um, we may have dogs popping in, popping out. Also okay. So I want to see, let's see. I want to see if I can. Oh, there's a Brew Brew. Hi, Brew Brew. Hi there, Mommy Brew Brew. Hi, baby. You gonna help Mommy? Oh, and here comes Ollie. Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of film. Okay, go, you guys, go. Lay down, lay down. Good boy. Go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he's so brave. Went to the vet yesterday. Got his just normal stuff. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, good morning, Lo. Good morning, Misty. Thanks for joining. So we'll get going here in just a little bit. At least I'm able to figure out things a little bit. Hey, good morning, Denise. Yeah. Hey. So all the friends that are popping on. I love that. And so this morning, as I was laying cold in bed and the alarm's going off, and I'm thinking, I don't want to. Um, I just kind of remembered what Patanjali says in his Yoga Sutras. So the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali is like the book that that we read during yoga teacher training. Oh, there's a good boy. There's a brew. Um, it's filled with 196 aphorisms on yoga, and so the only two that Patanjali was a sage around the 5th or 6th century BC. He said the only things about the asanas, the physical positions, is that it should be consistent and steady. So consistent practice is really important for your brain to have those neural networks right. The more often we do something, the more it embeds in those channels, and and to have a practice that you're committed to. Yeah. Hi, baby. You're going to have to scooch over. So let's go ahead and get going. Take a sip of my decaf coffee. So what you'll need for this practice is just like a yoga block, maybe a blanket or a strap. Can always have props that are helpful for you to easily sit. So I like to have a yoga block where I can sit at the very end of my tailbone on, and I can let my feet come to the front here, and I don't crisscross them or anything. I just have the ankles sort of line up. So you'll see in the fuzzy socks, but yeah, you go ahead and just come to a nice easy seat. So easy seat, Sukhasana. Sukh means sweet. So it's a sweet position or a sweet pose. So thank you. So warm and good. And I've got my youngest is outside in the snow, or in the sleet, so he may be coming out too. So let's just start by just rolling shoulders here. We're going to get into the Ujjayi breath, which is a warming breath. And I realized in the description when I was writing the description yesterday that I wrote that Ujjayi is usually known as ocean breath, but that it really translates as victorious breath. So rolling wrists out. And then I didn't say why it was known as victorious breath. So So I did start to say about how the mechanism of the epiglottal constriction. So you're going to exhale like you're fogging up a mirror or a window. It's easier to do on the exhale, although some people say it's easier to do on the inhale. So when you get that feeling, just start to close your lips a little and see if you can do it without your mouth open. It may sound like, you know how when kids will go, it's kind of like that. So they're resetting their nervous system. So now you can do it on both the inhale and the exhale. The inhale, when you do it on, it may kind of sound or feel like a snore. It's the same thing, but it's just on the inhale with your lips closed. So we're going to do this breath for several minutes here. It's a warming breath, so don't be surprised if you start to feel warm. Your hands can be wherever you want. You can have them in a mudra. Anytime your thumb is fire, and your index finger is air, middle finger is ether, ring finger is earth, and pinky finger is water. So anytime you want to sort of tap into any of those elemental energies, you can always use the fire and stimulate air. And so oftentimes it is this jhana mudra you'll see often. And so you can either have it hands up or down, or you can just rest your hands gently on your knees. You can put your hands on your chest. So just whatever feels good for you this morning. And let's just go ahead and start, if you haven't already, this Ujjayi breath. And so Ujjayi, exhale, and Ujjayi, inhale. And as we continue this breath here, about 3 to 5 minutes, you can stop at any time. As we continue this breath, the victorious part, if you are already noticing that the inner ear is stimulated, you can hear your breath inside your mind. And so in addition to the laryngeal and pharyngeal stimulation, the nerves inside the throat and the mouth that communicate with the vagus nerve, you're getting this inner ear stimulation. Really following that exhale out. So if you're doing it on both the inhale and the exhale, you'll hear that sort of ocean waves rolling in and out quality. But the reason it's victorious is because of that inner noise. You're having victory over the mind, over the mental chatter, the chitta vritti, which is one of the main goals of yoga, to steady the mind, quiet the chitta vritti. You can do this breath sitting up with ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. You can lay down and do this breath. And if thoughts appear, that's okay. Just come back to the sound of your breath inside your own ears. You can feel your breath both in the front and the back side of your body. You can still exhale and pull your belly to spine. You can still inhale and push your belly out. So you can have all of these ways of working with your breath with this Ujjayi. So inhale, belly expands. Exhale, empty from the chest out. Enjoying any pauses at the top or bottom of the breath. If you pause at the top of the breath, it's somewhat stimulating, activating sympathetic nervous system. If you pause at the bottom of the breath, you're engaging that parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. So just know that those pauses start to come naturally as you continue with your practice over time. This pranayama, it's a whole limb of yoga. So if you do nothing but breathe this entire time and be mindful of your breath, you're doing yoga. So this inward orientation is also a whole limb of yoga, pratyahara. And we see this mostly in yoga nidra, which we will always do at the end. And doing this Ujjayi breath just on the exhale, you'll notice that constriction slows your breath down. So again, if you want to stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, get a lot of energy, you would Ujjayi just on the inhale, perhaps holding at the top of the inhale, and then exhale would be just either open mouth or through your nose, no epiglottal constriction. I'm focusing on Ujjayi for parasympathetic regulation. So the Ujjayi for me is generally on the exhale, slowing that exhaled breath, letting your ear tune in to the sound of your own breath. And enjoying any little pause at the bottom of the exhale. Yeah, good. So that was about 5 or 6 minutes. So go ahead and maybe stretch your arms out. Inhale. Exhale, hands come together, meet at a heart center, and just really nestle in the backs of your thumbs into your sternum. Yeah, hi, good morning, welcome. Yeah, so go ahead and come off of your block if you're on your block, and maybe just let your wiggle out your ankles a little bit, and you can be on a yoga mat or a blanket. I thought I would just feel the earth today. So, another choice here for we're going to come into dragonfly or straddle, and you may know some of these shapes from your asana class. And so in yin, they're just called different things. So, whatever we're doing is fine. But we're going to bring our legs into a straddle. Bring the camera down just a skosh. Yeah, there we go. And and we're going to start with half straddle or half dragonfly. So go ahead and bring one foot in. Now, if you want, you can put a pillow, or probably a block's a little too big, but you can put something underneath your bum so that your hips are a little bit elevated, just like we were doing sitting. So just find a seat that feels good for you. And remember, in yin, we hold the shapes for about 3 to 5 minutes. So and you always have, because this is trauma informed, you always have choice to come out of it sooner. Mm. Oh, so good. So it doesn't matter which leg you start with. I'm going to start with my right leg in. And now in yin, there's different schools of thought on how to keep your ankle. So I generally to keep my ankle just slightly engaged. It doesn't have to be this really super engagement, but toes are facing up. And what I want to do here is we're going to do 3 different positions. We're going to do the position to the front here, where the torso is just coming right in. We're going to turn and come down, and then we're going to open and come over. So the first shape here is in half straddle. You can have a a block if you want. So I'm taking note of the time. So let's have a tall spine, yeah? So a lot of times you'll see people and they'll hunch over in this shape. So we really want to keep we really want to keep our back nice and long, and our back includes our neck. So tuck your chin, and as you come over, you'll keep your back long instead of hunching over, right? So let's see if you can, yeah, this and the tuck here instead of folding, collapsing. Yeah, so the point is not to get to the bottom of the floor. Woo, it's cold. The point is to feel the stretch in your body, really. So hi, Rosie. So you can use a block to just rest your arms. You can have your hands on the ground here. And I encourage you to keep that Ujjayi exhale. And as you exhale, you may find yourself deepening into the shape. So just know that you don't need to arrive in the deepest expression of the shape right away. You can let your fascia, let your mind, let your body all sort of come together and deepen as it's right. I noticed my shoulders were kind of engaged. So let anything that doesn't have to work relax and just become really mindful of what you're clenching. It might be in through the pelvic floor, it might be your jaw. So just breathing, exhale, Ujjayi, feeling maybe that right outer hip. Maybe you feel it in your hamstrings, maybe low back. Everyone's going to feel it differently. Ujjayi, exhale only as you'd like, softening. Thanking your body for whatever it can do in this moment. What a beautiful way to start your Saturday with an intentional practice, time that you're carving out for you. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Pie Pie. Let's go around there. She was taking. Okay, go. Good, good. Another minute here. And you may find little micro movements as you're in these shapes. It's totally okay. I've had some teachers say, don't move at all. If you're moving, you're notice why you're moving. I find that my body tells me little areas, little pockets of fascia that want to enjoy a little articulation. I go with it. So whatever little micro movements your body is wanting you to do, go ahead and follow those through. So let's go ahead and come out of it. Let's bend our knees up, and we'll just do some windshield wipers here. So just dropping legs to one side, knees to one side, and knees to the other. Yeah. The sweater is really busy. Sorry, y'all. I can't even see my body, and yet when I took it off, I was freezing. So that and the tapestry is quite a lot going on. Sorry. So now we're going to keep that right leg bent. So now we're going deepening into this, and let's just go ahead and enjoy some twists here. So I've got my right knee bent, right sole of the foot into the inside of the left leg, and you can just go ahead and look over one shoulder and then the other. So lengthening up. Yeah, there's Polly. Yeah, it's a full dog circus. If everyone's in, son, will you close that door, please? So just lengthening up. All right, she is. And then so now we want to turn our torso to that left leg. And now this one you may not notice you go down as far because we're hinging from the hips, right? So inhale and then just walk your fingers down. Exhale, fold. Make sure your quads are not engaged. Relax through your quads. With each inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And with each exhale, fold. Now, yogi's choice here to let your arms just be neutral. You can let your left hand grab your foot. You can have your right hand grab your foot. So notice what happens there. Get a little twist action. You may feel it in your scapula, your shoulder blade area. Apologies, I need to make sure I have my timepiece with me, right, Brew Brew? Yeah, hi, baby. He was so brave. Went to the doctor yesterday for all his shots. He's so brave. So brave. Dog yoga. He's a good boy. Pit bulls get such a bad rap because they look real scary and they're real serious. And it's so much about the energy that you bring to them. The vet tech and all the staff there, of course, was real. They understand about dogs, and pit bulls. My sweet girl. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. Life with them. Wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, so the staff was great with him, but the people, other people with their dogs, they this look of terror and fear. And dogs, they pick up on it. They have their mirror neurons. All right, Bruce, you're laying on my timepiece, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi, Brew. Baby boy. Okay, go ahead and walk your arms up. Woo! Oh, that feels really good. Maybe a little twisting here. We're going to keep our leg out, or if you need to do windshield wipers, totally okay. Now, this one's going to be a big lateral side stretch, and we're not going to be here long. So let's go ahead and reach the right arm up, lengthen through the crown of the head, and then we're going to fold over the left leg. So it's a side bend. It's not collapsed here. It's opening through. You can even let your left arm sort of reach for your shin. And bring your eyes to look to the left. So both eyes looking to the left helps the vagus nerve engage, relax. Ujjayi, exhale. Anchoring down through that right sits bone. Relaxing what doesn't have to work. Folding with your exhale. Couple more breaths. Yeah, good. Finish up your breath and slowly, come out of it. I always feel like the Tin Man, right? So you can bring your legs in front of you. You can windshield wiper them by bending your knees, just letting some movement come into your torso. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Thank you, body. So, other side, dragonfly. So, again, you can just sort of let your torso enjoy some movement. So, this time, left leg is bent in, and one side's going to be different than the other. So, feel free to take any little movement that you need here, and then twisting over to look over to the left, twisting over the right, just warming up the torso in the other direction. And again, you can have your block forward if you want. So we're lengthening up through the crown of the head. So oftentimes it requires a little tucking of the chin, and we're hinging forward. We're not collapsing over. And yet, if that's what your body wants to do, then you can go with that, right? So just notice what feels right for you. It's the inhale, lengthen, and the exhale, hinge. Ujjayi, exhale. See. Bye. Go lay down. Good girl. Go lay down over here. Hey, no. Oh my God. Okay, good girl. Shh, go lay down. No, Brew, go. Go. Good. Go. You're good. Go. No. Oh my God. Now, lay down. Good. So practicing with dogs and cats and kids around, your choice, of how you react. Yoga means union. So it's easy to meditate and do yoga in a quiet studio with the spa music going, LED or candles. That's easy, right? It's when we have everyday life, can we find our yoga? And can we find our yoga and our harmony within ourselves with these other beings that we share our life with, we share love with? Yeah, I see a big yawn. My husband shared a reel with me not too long ago that people who use different voices with their dogs or with any animal, they have more, I'd have to go back and look at it, with different areas of the language lit up. You're more neuroplastic. I don't know. I just know that I never baby talk, but I always talk with the babies, with the kids, the furry kids. Yeah, because it's all tone and energy. Right? This feels so good. Audible sigh anytime. Ujjayi, exhale. Keep that breath awareness going. Good. Remember those little micro articulations. Always welcome. Really listening to what your body needs. Yeah, it's a lot of tail. So much tail, Bruce. Just mommy boo. So just boy. This is going to be the Bruce edition. All right, coming out of that, and if you want, you can do, baby, go, honey. Go, baby, go. Good boy. If you want to do some windshield wipers here, oh, enjoying internal and external rotation of that hip. One leg is different than the other usually, totally okay. So just maybe you just want to let your feet move side to side. Yeah, go. No, go. You can come up over here if you want. Come up over here. Good boy. Ouch. Just stepped on my foot. Oh my God, 106 pounds. Christ almighty. All right, so we're still with our left leg bent. Yes, baby. No, stay. And we're going to turn now. Maybe a couple more rotations here. Flexing that foot if that feels good for you here. And then remember, we're lengthening up, inhale, and hinging on the exhale. Woo! Okay, so this side is definitely different for me. And I'm gonna just let my body move into it. So you can't even tell that I'm folded over that leg, but I am. So remember, you can reach for that right foot with your right hand. And if when you're ready, you can always reach over with your left, kind of enjoy that scapular extension there. I am not yet warmed up for that. So I'm going to just keep my just the tips of my fingers at the tips of my toes, lengthening up on the inhale. Ujjayi, exhale to fold. So if you notice that one side is tighter than the other, maybe in your individual independent practice, you start with that side first. So I must have forgotten that this side is so much different. Selective memory, right? And you don't have to have your left arm all the way over at your foot. You can have it on the sort of right outer lateral edge of that leg. So just twisting as much as it feels right for you, using your breath. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. A lot of times people think yin is just dumping into the joints and stretching, and it's a passive. And although it is a passive receptive practice, that doesn't mean that there's not a little bit of yang, a little bit of breath, a little bit of active movement. So you can have this practice be whatever you need. Just notice my shoulders were kind of climbing up towards my ears. Relaxing, it doesn't have to work. Feeling that inner alignment. And you may even notice to deepen into a shape, you might just have to take a big belly breath, bringing the breath, the prana into pelvic bowl, into sacrum. A couple more breaths here. Yeah, good. Walking hands up, sort of just lengthening out, maybe a couple little flexion extension, just a little cat cow here, a little twisting action. And remember, now we're going to fold over to the side, really lengthening out through that left side body. So go ahead and lift up through the left arm, Inhale here and exhale, folding over, letting your right hand perhaps reach for your left shin, bringing your eyes to look to the right. This tells the vagus nerve we're okay, we're safe. So remember, we're just going to be here for just about a minute. Let your shoulder blades retract away from your ear, sort of squeeze towards each other. Feel the breath in the left side body, really anchoring down through that left hip. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Use your breath. Eyes still looking to the right, only if that feels okay for you. Always move your neck. Just again, listening to what your body needs. Yeah, really opening up as your body is ready. Eyes looking to the right. You can still have your eyelids closed down. Ah, good. Finishing up that, slowly coming out of it. Oh, there's that Tin Man. Letting your legs come long here. Hands can come behind you. You can just wiggle your hips. You can windshield wiper them. Yes. It's the dog edition. No, don't do it. Brew brew. Oh my God, he does this army crawl thing. Go, go, baby, go. Oh my God. All right. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get up off of my bum bum. So go ahead and come to the ground here. Make sure y'all can see me. Yeah, perfect. So you can do windshield wipers here too. Oh, that may feel a little different, right? Yeah, good. So just feeling through there. And then now I want you to take your block and I want you to put it underneath your sacrum. So on the thin edge, not on the tall edge. So just on the lowest edge and going, parallel here. So the wide edge of the longest link is running hip to hip, right? Oh, so supported bridge. Just feel how this just little bit of support here changes your, just touch how it changes things. Supported bridge, so beautiful. You can let your hands be down. They can be goalposts. They can be halo. It could be on your chest or belly. So nothing special or fancy here. Some Ujjayi exhales here if you'd like. I always tell my clients that if you practice these breath practices, these therapeutic yoga breaths, when you're not activated, then your body can remember them more when you are. So just tools. Softening through the eyes, face, jaw, audible sigh, always welcome here. Let your breath go into your belly, expanding on the inhale. So good. A few more breaths here, and then we're going to stretch our hip flexors since our hip flexors have been engaged and tightened, shortened most of this practice. We're going to lengthen out now. So go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and bend my left knee up, and I'm just going to hook my arms around it here. And then with my right leg, I'm going to flex through the foot and let it come down. So here you can let it sort of hover or you can let it rest. The whole point is to stretch in through that right hip flexor, the open part of the hip. We're going to be here for several breaths, and you can even massage in through this psoas, iliopsoas, these big hip flexors. So just notice what feels good for you. I like to keep my both hands sort of wrapped around. We can roll out through the left ankle here and let your shoulder blades be equal, and just let that right open, front of the hip open. Use your Ujjayi exhale. Remember yogi's choice to have your heel slightly off the ground and rest on the ground. Engaging that left ankle, flexing that, right ankle will really intensify that stretch. So just notice anything there. Bring your breath. A couple more breaths. Good. And now let both of your knees bend. We still have the block under our sacrum, and this feels good to you, just to do some little sacral rolls. It's like a little massage right here on your sacrum. And if you're going in one circle direction, go in the other. Thanks, you guys. They fight over bones and hooves. I give them hooves. They love it. So now other side, I'm going to go ahead and hook my fingers, interlace my fingers, hook them over my right bent knee and extend out through the left leg, engaging that left ankle, rolling out the right ankle. Remember yogi's choice to have your heel slightly elevated off the ground or to let it rest on the ground. Nothing is better or worse here. Just we're all made a little differently, and the levels of openness or the degrees of openness in our body are different. So just listen to what feels good for you, nourishing. Find your edge, but softly. So this is not a push through, but it is definitely finding the edge of that little bit of discomfort. And can you breathe through it? Ujjayi, exhale, let yourself soften. Good. So bending both knees in, a little rocking on your yoga block if you'd like, and then just go ahead and extend out through both legs. And just enjoy some heel circles or some ankle circles. I guess the heel circles would be really different. Let your feet come in and out, pronation, supination, point, and flex, taking your ankle through all of of the range of motion. Yeah, good. Perfect. So come back into supported bridge. Just enjoy this neutral spot here for just a breath or two. And then when you're ready, engage through the buttocks and the back body. Slip your yoga block out from under your sacrum and go ahead and come on down one vertebra at a time. Oh, so good here. Yeah. Excellent. Go ahead and stretch your legs out long. Maybe just enjoy a full body stretch. Pointing fingers, pointing toes. Inhale. Stretch, lengthen, lengthen, and exhale. Let everything just soften and fall where it will. That's a holly now on the ottoman. It's holly llama. It's Hollywood. Yeah, no. Okay. Hi, baby. Good girl. Okay, go. Yeah, call their name and they come, right? So, yeah, maybe some windshield wipers here. Okay, that hoof stinks. Go, baby. Go. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Feeling shoulders here. Oh, little goalpost arms here. Yeah, good. Let's do a big shoulder opener here. Let's see. Do we have time? Let's see what kind of time we have. This will be really, really quick. Okay. So go ahead and come to prone here. So laying on your belly. Extend out through the right arm. So your arms are going to be sort of an extending out through the, through the left arm, 90 degrees. So it's the arms. And then now you're just going to roll onto your left side. So your palm stays down, your right knee bends. Use your right arm as sort of a kickstand to bring yourself over into broken stick. Broken stick. So feel how the left shoulder is opening. Inhale and exhale, rolling more over. Really opening up through that left shoulder. We're just going to be here for another couple of breaths. Just my shoulders really wanted that opening. Opening using your right leg to sort of bring yourself over more. You can always start to bend in through the left and bring the left leg up as well. So whatever feels good here for you. You can take your right arm and bind it around. So whatever feels right for you and your body, how you want to open. Yeah, good. And then just to come out of it, letting legs go long and just letting yourself roll back to prone. Maybe both hands come in, resting on the forehead for just a moment in crocodile. Noticing the difference between left and right shoulders. And then I'm going to scooch over to the left side of my space, extend out through the right arm, and then roll onto my right side of my body, bending my left leg. I kind of do the little heel, the little Barbie heel, and then using your left hand as a kickstand. So I wonder if y'all can see anything other than dogs. And if you're just seeing dogs, what a blessing. What a blessing for you. So again, remember, you can always bend in through that right leg or just keep it down. The hips are whatever they need to be. And you can always bind through here. So just whatever feels good for you. Just being mindful, using your Ujjayi breath. One side's going to be different than the other, perhaps. So just notice what feels right for you and this side. Use your breath. Audible sigh, always welcome. Good. Just another breath here. Great. And then go ahead and roll slowly back onto your belly. Maybe coming back into crocodile here for just a minute. You can always do windshield wipers here by just bending your knees and letting your feet fall to one side and then the other. So we did a lot in through those hips, a straddle, and we didn't do full straddle because I was ready to add some length to my I was ready to add some lengths here. So if you want, we can do just a minute of cobra. Let your feet, tops of the feet stay engaged in the earth. Let your shoulders, your elbows bend. Elbows are right under shoulders, and don't collapse here. Lift up out of it, and same thing with the neck. You can have your neck wherever you want, but if you want to have it in alignment, let your shoulders stay engaged. Push in through the back of the neck. You feel that whole back body, front of the belly. Push the belly into the earth. We're here for just a minute. Just enjoying some length through the front body. Oh, so good. Good. Ah, and slowly coming down. You can wiggle your hips here. Yeah, beautiful. Great. So now we are ready for Shavasana. We've got about 10 minutes of Shavasana. So go ahead and find your ending shape. So Shavasana is traditionally, it's called corpse pose, but you don't have to be in corpse pose. So you can have your legs out long. You can tuck your shoulder blades under, let your palms rest skyward. Let your legs be about hip distance apart, but you can be in your ending shape in any shape you want. You can be over to the side, you can be in crocodile, you can be in child's pose, whatever shape you want. I'm going to sit up so that y'all can hear me a little bit better here. And I'm like looking for my mystery coffee. It's decaf anyway. So good. For the next 10 minutes here, I'm just going to take you through a little mini nidra. Nidra means sleep. So it's a yogic sleep, and it's not sleep at all. It's exploring in through an in-between space, a liminal space. So a space between waking and sleeping. Yeah, just so y'all can hear me. So enjoying your Shavasana here as we go through a little mini nidra. Just feel all the points of contact between your body and what you're resting on. Let your awareness fall into your feet. Yeah, let's just feel in through our feet. Feel in through your hands and your head. Become aware of all the sounds in your space. What's the furthest away sound you can hear? Good. Sounds closer in. Maybe the sounds within your own body. Feeling in through your sense of taste, sense of smell. Using our senses to come inward, and with your eyes gently closed down or softly opened, see if your awareness can rest right in your forehead, bringing a sense of smoothness into the forehead. Left eyebrow, right eyebrow, right eyelid, left eyelid, left eyeball, right eyeball, both eyeballs. On your next exhale, just let the whole region of the eyes soften, taking our vision from outward looking to inward being. Eyeballs fall down and back if you're supine. And if you're sitting up for any reason, like I am, then just bring your eyes to look in the back of your skull. Sort of retracts all of those eye muscles. And then just let go of any muscle engagement. Just notice how your eyes are just a field of sensation, from looking engaged to resting, relaxed, being. Your eyes just a field of sensation. Let your awareness find your temples, sides of your face, the ears, the left ear and the right ear, both ears, the jaw, the hinges of the jaw. Let your awareness travel down to your chin, bottom lip, top lip, teeth and gums, ceiling of the mouth, floor of the mouth, inner walls of the cheeks, left and right, your tongue, and if your tongue is an okay place for your awareness to rest, then I invite you to fill the back of your tongue, the root of your tongue, with your kind awareness. Awareness filling the root of the tongue. Jaw is soft, mouth is soft, eyes are soft, whole face soft, relaxed so easily and effortlessly. Your whole face, sides of your face, back of your head, your whole head. Notice how it connects to your neck, sides of your neck, front of your neck, back of your neck, pit of your throat, center of your chest, shoulders, shoulder blades, shoulder joints. Feel into the shoulder joints from the inside out. And then just trace sensation down the bones of your arms, the upper bones, the elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, all those hand bones and finger bones. Feel your hands from the inside out. And then just let your awareness float into the palms of your hands. Feeling in through the palms of your hands, and then maybe feeling in through to both thumbs and thumb tips, the webbing between the thumb and the index finger, both index fingers, the webbing between index and middle, the whole middle fingers, webbing between middle and ring fingers, both ring fingers, the webbing between ring fingers and pinky fingers, both pinky fingers, all of the fingers and fingertips, thumbs and thumb tips. Tracing awareness back into the hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders, center of the chest, front of the chest, sides of the rib cage and armpits, back of the rib cage and shoulder blades, feeling in through the spine, lower spine, wrapping around to the ends of the rib cage, front of the sternum, upper belly, belly button, lower belly, both sides of the waist, both sides of the hips, low back, sacrum, buttocks, and feel your hips. Awareness in both hips, hip joints. Sense your hips from the inside out. And then just trace sensation down the bones of your legs, feeling the legs from the inside out, the big femurs, knees, shin bones, lower leg bones, ankles, and all the bones of the feet and the toes, feeling your feet from the inside out. And then just let your awareness find the soles of your feet. Yeah. Heel bones, arch, balls of the feet, pads of the toes, the entire soles of the feet. And then from the space of the big toes, feel into the webbing between big toes and second toes. Feel the second toes and third toes. Feel the third toes and fourth toes. Feel the fourth toes and fifth toes. Feel those little pinky toes. Let your awareness be in all 10 toes, the tips of all 10 toes. Awareness filling the toe tips. Your whole body. Your whole body. Your whole body. Feel whole and complete. Space of just being. And start to become aware of the sounds in your environment. Just hear the sounds in your space. Maybe even imagine yourself laying or in whatever shape you want. Whatever shape you were in, just see yourself in that shape. And then just start to bring some gentle movement into the small joints of your body, wiggling fingers and toes. You can wiggle them too. Hips, elbows, knees, shoulders, neck, head and neck. Yeah. And if you're laying on the ground, you may want to roll to one side or the other. I've had different yogis over the years that say just notice which nostril is most open and roll to that side, allowing the other nostril to sort of drain, creating some equanimity. Or if you are really feeling into the right side being masculine, Surya, energizing energy, traditionally you can roll to that side for a day practice. But this is a yin practice. So yin is associated with the left side, the receptive, feminine energies. So you can roll to that side as well. And then just bring yourself up to a seat here. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Yeah. So starting to maybe blink eyes open and closed. Yeah. As you maybe start to bring some energy into your hands, rubbing hands together. Yeah, hyper brew. That's okay. The dog edition. Ouch, your big body is on me. That hurts, man. Christ almighty. This kid weighs 106 pounds. You can bring your hands to the backs of your eyes, and his whole big ass foot was just on my shin. Ouch. Okay, sorry. All right. Thank you so much for sharing in my practice. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much for all of the noise and confusion. You know, yoga is union, to yoke, to pull together. So whatever you noticed in your space is what you noticed. And awesome. I'm so glad y'all joined me and found some peace and connection with yourselves this morning. I love it. I love yoga. And I love my dogs, as crazy as they are. And I love all of y'all. So best of love and wishes. And I'm glad that you're feeling refreshed and centered and ready for the day. Om, om, om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. It is what it is, and so be it.